In this video, we are going to cover a detailed summary of Aeschylus's tragedy, the Eumenides, concluding the cycle of revenge with justice, transformation, and divine law. So let's start. The Eumenides is the third and final play of Aeschylus's Oresteia trilogy. It completes the long and bloody story of the House of Atreus, moving the narrative from endless personal revenge toward the establishment of law, justice, and civilized order. The play begins where the libation bearers ends, with Orestes fleeing Argos after killing his mother, Clytemnestra, under the command of the god Apollo. The opening scene takes place at the temple of Apollo at Delphi. Orestes has sought refuge there, hoping the god will protect him from the Furies, ancient goddesses of vengeance who punish crimes within families. The Pythia, Apollo's priestess, enters the temple and is horrified by what she sees. Orestes sits at the altar, surrounded by sleeping Furies, terrifying creatures described as ancient, bloodthirsty, and relentless. Their presence represents the old law of blood revenge that demands punishment for murder, regardless of circumstance. Apollo reassures Orestes, reminding him that the killing of Clytemnestra was a command by the god himself. Apollo promises to protect Orestes and sends him to Athens, where the goddess Athena will judge his case. The Furies soon awaken and discover that their victim has escaped. Furious and humiliated, they pursue Orestes relentlessly, determined to punish him for the crime of matricide. The scene shifts to Athens, where Orestes arrives at the temple of Athena and appeals to her for protection. Athena listens to his plea and recognizes that the case is complex, involving conflicting divine laws. On one side stands Apollo, representing a newer order of justice based on reason and divine authority. On the other side stand the Furies, representing the ancient law that demands blood for blood. Athena decides that she cannot judge the case alone. Instead, she establishes a court of law composed of Athenian citizens, the first jury trial in human history. This moment marks a revolutionary shift from personal revenge to legal justice. The trial is held on the Areopagus, a sacred hill in Athens, symbolizing the foundation of civilized legal systems. During the trial, Apollo defends Orestes, arguing that Clytemnestra's murder of Agamemnon was a greater crime and that Orestes acted out of duty and obedience to divine command. Apollo also makes the controversial claim that the bond between father and child is more sacred than that between mother and child, minimizing the crime of matricide. The Furies present their case passionately, insisting that killing one's mother is the most unforgivable crime. They argue that allowing Orestes to escape punishment will destroy moral order and encourage lawlessness. To them, justice means strict retribution, and mercy has no place in the ancient law they uphold. The jury casts their votes, and the result is a tie. Athena casts the deciding vote in favor of Orestes, declaring him acquitted. She explains that she sides with reason, balance, and the future of justice. With this verdict, the cycle of blood revenge that has haunted the house of Atreus for generations is finally broken. The Furies react with rage and threaten to curse Athens, believing their authority has been destroyed. Athena responds with wisdom and diplomacy. She does not attempt to defeat them, but instead offers them a new role in the world. She invites them to become protectors of justice and guardians of the land, honored rather than feared. Gradually, the Furies accept Athena's offer. They are transformed into the Eumenides, meaning the kindly ones. This transformation symbolizes the evolution of justice from brutal revenge to structured law. The ancient forces are not destroyed, but reshaped to support a balanced and civilized society. The play ends with a grand procession, celebrating harmony between old and new laws. Orestes is freed of guilt and allowed to return home, and Athens is blessed with protection and prosperity. The curse of the house of Atreus is finally lifted, bringing closure to generations of suffering. The Eumenides explores profound themes of justice, law, responsibility, and social progress. Aeschylus suggests that true justice requires reason, cooperation, and institutional authority rather than endless violence. The play presents the birth of democracy and legal systems as a triumph over chaos and bloodshed. As the conclusion to the Oresteia, the Eumenides offers a hopeful vision of human civilization. It acknowledges the darkness of the past while celebrating the possibility of moral growth. Through law, wisdom, and balance, humanity can rise above vengeance and create a just and peaceful society.